Hello, my name is Tyler Mendoza, and I'm going to be talking about the brand Asus. As for why I did my project on Asus, for a few years now, I've been buying their products, and I really like the quality of them. I currently own an Asus tablet, laptop, and monitor, all of which have been outstanding products. So much so that when I finally built my own computer last year, most of the parts that I decided to use for the construction of it were in fact Asus parts, since I really liked the quality of everything else that I had previously purchased from them. At this point, I think that it would be a good idea to very briefly talk about the Asus company. The Asus company is a Taiwanese electronics company that operates in a number of different countries. They mainly make things like phones, tablets, laptops, desktops, motherboards, and projectors, to name just a few of the things that they produce. In doing research and learning more about Asus, I have come up with 5 tips for them that I think would be beneficial to the company. The first of these tips would be to suggest that they work on their social media posts. When looking into their social media, I noticed that a fair amount of their posts were just very dry, and I feel that they need to liven them up a tiny bit and post more social media friendly things. For example, things that will keep people talking about their brand. An amazing example that I can think of is the Wendy's fast food chain's Twitter account. They post very buzzworthy content that keeps people talking about their brand. While I do not think that they should completely copy what this Twitter account is doing, I do think that they should use it as somewhat of a reference for future content that they make on their social media accounts. The second thing that I feel could be done differently is to work on the Asus website. A few months ago, I conducted an SEO evaluation and discovered several problems with their website, with the biggest issue being broken links. Another thing that could be better on the website is the overall design. While I do like it, I think that there could be some improvements, such as making things slightly easier to find when browsing for products. Finding a better way to navigate would also be great. Currently, you have to go through a lot of drop down menus, which can be annoying and tedious to navigate. I feel that fixing this issue would greatly help in getting customers to want to come back and use this website more often. The third recommendation that I would make is to invest more in some interesting marketing and target more towards their key demographics. What I mean by this is somewhat related to my first point, in that a lot of Asus ads are somewhat dull. I also never really see any of their ads, and I feel that I would be considered one of their core demographics that they would advertise to. I see a lot of ads for other brands with their latest laptops or monitors, but I almost never see ads by Asus advertising similar products. For my fourth suggestion, I would highly recommend that the Asus website be either broken up into 2 separate sites or have their business-oriented materials be more easily visible. Currently, the only thing that would let you know that Asus caters to commercial users is the small tab near the top of the website. This tab is laid in front of a lot of gamer-focused imagery, and I feel this may intimidate some potential business partners. So to remedy this, I feel that either having a more obvious tab for business customers or to have a separate website that looks more professional or business inclined would be their best options. I feel that doing this would greatly help Asus seem like a company that caters to both gamers and businesses, instead of it appearing to only really cater to gamers. My final suggestion is to work on doing more sponsorships or outreach type programs. Currently, they do sponsor an esports team and even have a whole section of their website dedicated to talking about them. Another way they could do sponsorships or outreach would be to sponsor a school. They could buy a school new computers or tablets or just invest in tech related projects at schools. Either of these would garner amazing positive publicity and exposure that would help keep the Asus brand on people's minds. Wrapping things up, while Asus is currently doing very well, I think that they could do even better if they listen to even just a few of the recommendations that I have made.